Do upgraded expensive shafts actually make a difference? Well, I'm going to try and find out today. I've got an Oban Devotion 8 stiff flex shaft here, upgraded shaft, and I've got the standard Hzrdus smoke yellow shaft, both stiff. Hzrdus is a 60 gram shaft, and the Oban actually is an 85 gram shaft. Fancy trying something different. Let's see, does these actually make any difference? I get in the studio as well, so make sure you stay tuned to see the numbers from that. But let's hit a few on the course and see actual real course results. So I've got two Titleist Pro V1s. I'm going to use a number 2 with the Hzrdus and a number 4 with the Oban shaft. And we're going to start with the Oban. I'll alternate them. So yeah, what do you think? Get in the comments. Do you think it actually make any difference? Do you think one will go further than the other? One will be more consistent than the other? Here we go. This is the second hole at Rayleigh Club. I'm going to aim to that mound on the left, and hopefully we'll just cut it in. Going to aim to that mound on the left, just a little fade. I know the sun is out, but believe me, it is cold. So I'm just going to try and put nice swings on this, not going to try and muller it. Oh, wow. I mean, that's one of the best shots of it all year. That was right out the middle, that was. Okay, let's change shaft. Okay, so just so you know, I'm doing both of these shafts on standard 9-degree setting. Same swing, that's what we'll try. Nice, easy, 90%. That's come a bit high out the club face, stayed a bit straighter. It's got over the mound though. Both okay, I'd take both of them, to be honest. So I understand the argument will be that one's an 85 gram shaft and one's a 60 gram shaft. Well, I wanted to try something a little bit different. I have been using the Oban shaft for a couple of weeks just to try it out, and I must admit I've really enjoyed the results. I actually feel more comfortable swinging a heavier shaft, and when you think about it, it's like 20 grams difference. It's like 4 sweets, you know, like a couple of fruit salads in your hand. It's not really much. You do notice it, but it's really not a lot of weight difference. But I seem to be finding the middle of the face a little bit more with the Oban than I was with the lighter shaft. I think maybe the transition from the backswing is maybe a bit smoother. But I've got some numbers coming up later in the video, so you can really see what the difference is, and they're interesting, so stick around. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this and you enjoy the video, hit like, please. And if you're not already a subscriber, do that as well. I'm at 81 subscribers. I'm a new channel. I do it all myself. I'd like to get bigger. I'd like to invest, get some people on board. But please do, yeah, hit subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks. All right, this one is the Hzrdus shaft. And right down there by the bunker, just to the right of the bunker, is the Oban. It's categorically 1-0 to the Oban shaft. Actually, that's one of my best drives on this hole ever. That literally did everything I wanted it to do. I might as well play out the hole. Only got 45 yards to the middle. Let's see if we can't put this one close. Oh, it's a nice shot. Get in the hole. Ah, sit. Pitch pin eye. Good shot. Hey, birdie chance. Literally pitched here. Couple of foot to the left, that would have dunked in the hole, that. For an eagle. Right. I'll make it fractionally off the right. You may notice I've got a different putter in hand. Just trying some stuff out. Get in. Ah, touch hard. That's a par. I'm gonna Start with a Hzrdus shaft this time. And I'm going to start it just to the right of the trees. There's a couple of mounds. Start it there and fade it back, hopefully into the fairway. But I will take the right side rough as well. My natural shot shape is a fade. This is ideally a hole to draw on, but it's not in my locker, that. Not on demand anyway. Here we go. 90%. Well, that's munched. Turned a bit more than I meant. That's in between the two mounds on the right. Oh, look at that. I'm proud of that. Look at that. Oh, right in the middle. Oh, sweet spot. Right, well, I don't think that first shot's on the fairway. It's just off it to the right, but it's not a bad position. Same shot again if we can. Same swing. 90%. Oh, slipped a bit. That is more what I wanted. A tiny little fade. Back in. And if that's just caught that little bit of rough. Just caught the rough. It's a shame. If it just landed a couple of yards to the right and hit the fairway, we'd be much further down there. But like I said, toey strike. There's the pin. It's actually a really good position. I'd have 154 middle. It's a tough hole this for me, but the other one should be over here. Let's have a look. Where are you? There it is. Missed the fairway on the right side. Now this one moves a lot more in the air, but I've really nuked the middle. And I've got 144. See as they're both in the rough. And this is a better line into the flag. I'm gonna have to give that point to the Hzrdus. 144 middle. I'm actually gonna go 9 iron. I feel like it's out of the rough though, isn't it? No, I think we can get near the front. The front's only 130, so let's give it a go. Oh, it's come out like a bullet. Ah. I can't tell, I think it's on and just right at the flag. It's one of those ones that as you get closer, you realise it's better than you thought. Just caught the front of the green and it's run out a bit. Yeah, well, second birdie chance. Okay, let's have a go, shall we? I'm taking my glove off, but it'll be okay. Okay. Go, 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 go. Oh, you joking me? Ah, Paul. Come on. Let's see if we can hit a couple of nice ones for you. Show you a couple of nice ball chasers. Right. That's lovely. High out the face again. That should be fairway. Slightly high toe. Let's swap over, see how the Oban does. Okay, so that did everything I wanted it to do. But it was a little high out the club face, which is something I found. I was getting lower on the club face with the Oban shaft. Let's see what happens this time. And that's a big slice. It's still fine, but point of proof, I left the club face open, unfortunately. This one's hit here. The last one was up here, so higher on the face. Cold wind into the face. So that would explain that open face fade that sliced off. There's that's the Hzrdus shaft. To be fair, I'd normally be 20, 30 yards past that, but it's cold, the wind is into our face and it's winter, so there's no run. The other one should be over here in the rough. Yep, there it is. It's actually a little way back as well, just because I sliced it, so It's 2-1 to Hzrdus. Not the result I was expecting. I just really fancy giving this a go. I got about 220 to clear the hedge down there, and I just fancy giving it a whack and see what happens. I'm going to try and hit this hard. Oh no, that's a duff. Oh well, lay up. Perfect layup. It's a par 5, by the way. Oh, it's not bad, a bit left. Just took too much off that and ended up in these bunkers, which are ground under the repair at the moment, as they're all new. It's a little chip shot 58. Just need to get this over, because that's a downhill slope and it should run down towards the pin. That's nice. Sit. I couldn't play that much better. Still got a 15-foot putt. Oh, Stevie. That's atrocious. Bogey. I guess the biggest question is, what would you rather have? Would you rather have distance or would you rather have accuracy? I think I'd probably err on the accuracy, to be honest, because I've got fairly decent distance. It can't drop off that much, surely. So yeah, well, let's have a look at some numbers in the studio and then we'll get back to the course. So I did 5 shots with the Oban shaft, and then I did 5 shots with the Hzrdus shaft, the stock shaft. Not my best swing day, gotta be honest. I wasn't swinging at my fastest, I wasn't swinging very well either. But you can see from these results that the Oban shaft, front to back dispersion was great. Oban numbers a little down on the Hzrdus, 99.3 swing speed, 140.8 ball speed. Hzrdus 104 and 140.1. But the averages, interesting. The Oban shaft picked it on carry and picked it on overall yardage as well. Interesting. So I wasn't happy enough, so we went another day. And similar results. Oban pretty consistent front to back. And when you look at the averages there, my swing speed was up a few miles per hour. But overall, speed pretty much the same, ball speed pretty much the same, carry was 3 yards more. Overall, Oban 5 yards more total. Right, this is more like it. This is a good test, this hole. Because this hole, it's a big wide fairway. I tend to aim up the left, fade it back towards the middle or the right side. Whereas all the other holes have been dog legs around to the left, and I'm a fader of the golf ball. Apart from, of course, the first one, which is pretty much straight. Well, it does dog leg a little bit, but all the fairway slopes from left to right. So I did actually keep it on that fairway though, which I was quite impressed about. So I'm aiming, there's 2 little trees you can see in the middle of the screen and trees on the left. I'm aiming in the middle of that. So as long as we put a decent strike on it, we should find fairway. And that was a terrible strike, but it's at the right edge of the fairway, right at the toe that was. Well, Hzrdus has got a good chance of beating that. Okay, theoretically Hzrdus has got this in the bag. It's 2-1 up, because that wasn't a very good strike, so it won't be as far as it should be. Oh, that was the one. Faded back. There was a similar position. That one has kicked, that swung a bit more than it should do really, and that one's kicked right off onto the rough, which is a bit disappointing. That is the Oban shaft. We got 145 in. Actually, I tell you what, I've done really well. That was a really toey strike. That's done well. My other one, I middled, right? Hit it beautifully, but it had loads of curve on it. It's just there on the path. No, I'm not being funny. I'm going to give that to this because it's right next to the fairway. And for a bad strike, that's done amazing. So I'm going to play this one. 2-all. Yeah, I'm sorry. This one takes that. You might argue the other one wins because it was a couple of yards further forward, but it was more offline. And to be honest, for such a strengthened strike, it was a poor movement left to right. Lots and lots of movement. All right. Okay, little 8 iron. 1 That's at it. Be long enough. Be good. Oh, it's on. Oh, birdie putt. Well, frustratingly, I ran out of battery here on my microphone. So this is the 9th hole at the Raider Club South. A notoriously bad hole for me, out of bounds right. So I'm aiming over those trees. You can see just to the right of the ball and hoping to fade it onto the fairway, taking a safer route. And I nuked this one with the Hzrdus shaft. Lovely little baby fade, just catching the right side of the fairway. That was about the best I had, into a really cold headwind straight into my face as well. So I kept the ball a bit lower as well with that one, which I was really happy with. Oban shaft next, and I caught this one just in the middle, but just low on the face, so I got a bit of a spinner. It went a little bit higher, a bit more spinny, but it was a great shot, faded, and it's hit right in the middle of the fairway. I would be happy with either of these shots because they were great. And yes, I was right. I thought so on the tee box because I caught that one a little bit low and spinny. The Oban shaft, great as it's finished into that cold headwind, really cost it on distance because that's the Oban shaft. And if we look a little bit further up, we'll see just in front of us, about, I think it was about 20 or 25 yards in front, was the Hzrdus driver shot, which I must admit, it was perfectly, I couldn't hit it any better. So yeah, the Hzrdus won that one, which actually meant 3-2 to the Hzrdus. Well, I got on the green in reg. This is par 5, so 3 onto the green. Quite a long putt for birdie, but you know, well, got to try and get it close and get that nice par. Left it touch short, but we knocked it in for an easy par on the hardest hole on the course, actually, not a stroke index one. The question is upgraded expensive shaft worth it? Probably not for me, if I'm perfectly honest. I didn't see much difference between the two, and paying that extra few £100 for an upgraded shaft, not really worth it. But I'm not going to lie, I love the Oban shaft and it's staying in the bag.